What a great idea. You know, I really believe that everybody has some kind of literary dream. And to know that kids are sitting down sometimes saying, read me a story out of that book, it's got to be one of the biggest thrills of all.
It was just a delightful process, the entire thing, writing it, illustrating it. It was all so much fun, and I think I'm pretty much a kid at heart, so that's why I think it relates well for the kids. There's a lot of silly stuff in there. I'm silly by nature, so I think it is fun, and I think books are important for kids. It's a big thing for me to encourage children to read, because I think that love of books filters into so many other areas of their life and opportunities to learn pretty much anything they'd ever want to know they could find a book on.
Yeah, and by the way, as people are right now saying, wow, that book lady seems really comfortable on television. A lot of authors are kind of dull. They write well, but they just sit alone in, you know, the attic room, that kind of. So why don't you look? Why don't you look at my close-up camera right over here, as you have often in your other career, and introduce yourself to the audience.
My name is Brooke Bessesen, and I'm an author and illustrator of the new book, Look Who Lives in the Desert.
Oh, you're good. And you have done things like that before. In what capacity?
Well, it's been many moons, Pat, but I worked on camera for several years, as you know, and then I left being on camera to work behind the scenes as a producer, and did that for quite a while. I continued to do that with
Jan Diotri.
Actually, you know, I haven't worked with Jan for a while, but I'm mostly doing stuff for National Geographic Channel the last couple of years.
But you did work with Jan, though.
I did.
Yeah.
You know, I produced A Brighter Day with Jan Diotri for 3 years.
And people are right now saying, well, wait a minute, you look familiar to me, too. What have you done?
Oh, gosh, it goes way back, you know. I was on camera.
Well, I mean, it's not like the black and white days, for crying out loud, Brooks.
No, but it was quite a while ago. Actually, probably most recently, people would remember me from working as the spokesperson, the on-camera naturalist for the Phoenix Zoo. And I used to take my little critters on and talk about them, and so that's sort of what I'm doing today. I just have them in paper form now. That's right,
the little critters of the desert, and I want to know why, for your first at least children's book. I don't know whether you've done other books before in any form.
This is my first book.
But why did you pick The Critters of the Desert? Why didn't you, for example, do what I think tempts most people, and that is to make up a fairyland with imaginary animals?
Well, this book is actually nonfiction, as silly as the prose is, and it is written in lyric prose, part of the manuscript. It's nonfiction. It's based in fact. I wanted it to have a fun and silly but educational nature to it.
But let's give you a kind of preview here of what the book looks like, okay? Because I want Brooks to be able to quickly leaf through the book in order to read this one.
All right, here it is.
Who is that guy?
This is a kangaroo rat. With grocery bag cheeks that can carry a bunch, a kangaroo rat shops for goodies to munch. He knows how to pick the best grasses and seeds from aisles of shrubs and sharp, thorny weeds. His underground pantry holds extras he needs.
See, and you're not only finding out with fun verse like that, but there's also additional material on every page about every one of these creatures. And it's a little bit more on the scientific basis.
Yes, for example, these rodents are named after kangaroos because they have long, strong back legs and can use their tails for balance when they stand. Even though they're small, they can leap up to 6 feet.
Would you mind handing me those two goodies right there? Thank you very much, Brooks. You know what? I happen to know that Brooks is so excited about these books that she wants you to have copies that she's going to autograph. And if you call us right now, the first two people who call this number right now are going to get these 2 early editions of a very special book for your kids. And what better opportunity do you have to teach them about the truth about the desert with good fun and special, special ways to go to bed at night dreaming of nice tarantulas in a tutu. Look Who Lives in the Desert, Brooks Bessesen. And you're going to stick around to sign these, right?
I am. And also, people should know that the books are just getting into the bookstores now. They can also order them online. The publisher is Arizona Highways, and they can get them at arizonahighways.com.
See, you still have enough of that television professionalism you do to get the plug in. That's very good.
I have publicists that are telling me what to say there and make sure that gets in there.
Thank you so much. Best of everything.
Thank
this is
you
terrific.
So much.
And no desert home should be without